Afghanistan, you are an incorrigible delinquent at times. Behave yourself, man!
Now, dozens of people have been killed in fierce fighting at Kandahar airport in southern Afghanistan, one of the most heavily protected bases in the country. Taliban insurgents launched an attack overnight, killing at least 37 civilians and security personnel and wounding many others. 9 rebels died as Afghan forces battled to regain control. Our Asia correspondent Jonathan Miller reports.
Afghanistan's president was accorded a red carpet reception in Pakistan today. Its Prime Minister turned up in person to welcome him. The plan was to breathe fresh life into talks with the Taliban. A 21-gun salute was fired in Ashraf Ghani's honour, but the president's ears will already have been ringing from news of the 24-hour gun battle in Kandahar, Afghanistan's second city, laid on as a curtain raiser last night by the Taliban. We've obtained this footage of the overnight firefight as Afghan forces tried to repel the attackers. On the radio, confusion as to where the firing is coming from. The voice on the other end says, "May Allah protect you." We now know that at least 37 civilians and Afghan soldiers were killed and 35 wounded when Taliban insurgents stormed the heavily fortified complex, taking up position in a residential section, home to hundreds of NATO and other international personnel. This morning, this airport employee said the security forces weren't letting anyone onto the base yet, as the fighting was still raging. The Taliban released this video of what they claimed were the insurgents who attacked the Kandahar base. Their leader, speaking in English, warned President Obama to get remaining US troops out of Afghanistan.
It's my suggestion from Obama, your army are not safe in Afghanistan.
He threatened to kill foreign soldiers and what the Talibs call the Afghan slave army. This photograph shows the same men, same backdrop, this time dressed in Afghan army uniform and wielding Kalashnikovs. The identity of one of the 10 is obscured. It's possible that he didn't join the operation. Afghan forces claim to have killed 14 insurgents. Gruesome pictures released tonight show Afghan soldiers displaying the dead bodies of the attackers and their weapons to TV cameras. In an audio statement sent to Channel 4 News tonight, the Taliban spokesman claimed that what he called the valiant Mujahideen had killed 200 Afghan slave army soldiers as well as foreigners. The Taliban regularly make wild claims of battlefield triumphs. The Pakistan military has long played a double game in Afghanistan and wields strong influence over the Taliban, something that won't have been lost on the Afghan president as he took the salute today. In Afghanistan, Pakistan's claims to be an honest broker between Kabul and the Taliban ring hollow. There's deep mistrust, which is why, in 6 years, talks with the Talibs have got pretty much nowhere.
Jonathan Miller.
I've been getting